Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye and today we have a really exciting video because I am going to be trying out Glam Shop for the first time. If you don't know, Glam Shop are a Polish indie brand that mainly focus on single shadows, but they do have a really wide selection of things. Like, I think they offer products in every single category. It's wild. I've been hearing a lot about them recently especially, and they're getting more and more popular, so I'm so excited to be trying these out with you guys. I recently did a Bernovich first impressions video, which I will link down below, so if you've watched that video, you know the style of this one. I'll tell you a little bit about the brand, prices, formulas, and swatch them and put them on my face. And this video is extra special because these shadows were gifted to me by my friend Aleksandra, Pan with Aleksandra on Instagram. I will link her Insta down below because I love her so much. Like, I am so grateful to have her as a friend, and she wanted to give me some Glam Shop shadows as an early birthday present. She also included a few other little extras in there from other Polish brands, which I will talk about in future videos. It's just I need to test them out a bit more. So she picked out 7 Glam Shop shadows for me. But because Glam Shop is a Polish indie brand and all of the names are in Polish, Aleksandra actually included a little note right here with all of the translations of the names. So I will attempt to pronounce the Polish name, but I just want to put a disclaimer that I am referencing Google Translate and I know that isn't the most accurate, and I am not Polish myself. I am Serbian, but I'm not Polish. And I'll also write the name of the shadow on screen as well. I will talk a little bit about their website and prices at the end of the video, so stick around if you want to know. But anyways, let's get into the swatches. Also, another thing to note that all of the shadows that I have except for one are the Turbo Glow pressed pigment formula. One of them is an Ultra Pearl and I will talk about that when we get to it. But for reference, these are all the Turbo Glow formula. So the first shade we have right here is called Figowiec. I'm gonna be pronouncing that name wrong. I do apologize for my awful pronunciation of Polish, but that means fig tree. This is a warm purple that shifts from, or you can kind of see it right there, like a really nice warm purple to blue, kind of. And this shadow feels very thick, like kind of like dimethicone in a way. And then this is the swatch of Fig Tree. This one is a little bit crumbly, so you do have to go over the swatch a little bit, but that's what it looks like right there. Let me actually clean up that swatch a bit so you can see it better. Also, my swatches are gonna be god-awful, so I do apologize for that, but that is Fig Tree, and that's what it looks like on my finger. Now, this next shade is the Ultra Perla formula, and this one is Pył księżycowy, and this one means moon dust in Polish, and it's such a pretty, like, light pinky iridescent shade with some blue and pink shimmer. I feel like if I had to describe myself in an eyeshadow, it would be this. This one is more smooth in the pan, as we can see on the finger, and it doesn't have much of a base color to it. So that's moon dust right there, and holy shit, isn't that stunning? We all know how much I love my shiny iridescent inner corner shades, so that's gonna be a heavily used shade from me. This next shade is called Georgia, and that means Northern Lights. And how stunning is this one? This one is a lavender with a gold sheen. That is what it looks like on the finger right there, and let's swatch it. Beautiful. We can see like a range of formulas right here. Like, these two are the Turbo Glow formula. This one is the Ultra Perla, but this one has less of a base color than the first one, which I do like. I really like when brands have diversity in their shades, but super sparkly and gorgeous. This shade is called Poswiata, and this means gleam or glow, basically the same thing. It's another gorgeous iridescent shade with kind of like a gold, peach, and pink shift. I have a thing for gold sheens and pink sheens, and this one is a little bit softer in the pan, and we can see it on my finger right there. Bit more crumbly, but I do like that sort of formula. So that's Poswiata right there. I'll try and like go as close as I can, but that's what it looks like right there. You can't really see the pink and gold in it, but it's very stunning. This shade reminds me a lot of Divina Yumblix. I will do some comparisons at the end of the video as well. I don't know if I've mentioned that in the start, but I will compare these to some Bernovich shadows and to some Divina as well. Now, this one is another bestseller from them. This is the shade Laser, which doesn't require a translation because, I mean, it's called Laser. This has like kind of like a rosy pinky base with a green sheen. I'm gonna be covered in sparkle by the end of this video, but that's what Laser looks like. I know that a lot of my friends love this shade. And that's a swatch of Laser. As you can see, it doesn't swatch super well. You kind of have to like give it a couple of pass-throughs. This next shade requires no translation either. This is the shade Zigzag, and this one has a more neutral base color to it with a bright gold sheen. And this one feels very similar to that first shade called Fig Tree. It's a bit more thick on the finger and feels more dimethicone-y. Now let's do a swatch of Zigzag. This one is so nice. It doesn't really translate well from a finger to a swatch, like you kind of have to like really rub it on. But that is Zigzag right there. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. It goes kind of from a gold to a red to a green. This one is kind of like a multi-chrome actually. But this one's kind of like a green-brown multi-chrome with red in it as well. But it also goes to gold. It's actually insane. I think this is one of the most unique shades that I have. And the last shade we have right here is Turbo Wata Cukrowa, which means turbo cotton candy. And this one is so fun. It's like a bright neon orangey peach with a pink sheen in it. This one, I have no words. I have never seen a shadow quite like this before, and this one is a bit more flaky in the pan. My finger is getting really beat up from all these swatches, but let's have a swatch of Turbo Cotton Candy. And because this one's a bit flakier, it doesn't really swatch the best, but you can kind of see that peachy base color to it. It's a little bit more sheer, but I don't really mind that. I do like sheerer colors, but those are all the shades right there. Let's go through them again. So this first one is Fig Tree. This one is Moon Dust. This one is Northern Lights. This one is Gleam or Glow. This one is Laser. This one is Zigzag. And this one is Turbo Cotton Candy. And I will pop up a video of the swatches in natural light right here so you can see what they look like in natural light. But I am so excited to play with these. I definitely think, because I mean, as we can see, I've already done my base makeup off camera. I'm definitely going to use that Turbo Cotton Candy color. Probably maybe a bit of Laser, bit of this glow shade right here, but I'm excited. Let's continue. Okay, so I've zoomed you guys in a little bit closer, and I'm going to do some matte shadow work first, like I did in my last video, and today I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Love palette just for the mattes. First, I'm going to dip in with the shade Valentine and put that in my crease. Also, I forgot to mention before I started, I did use the Milani eyeshadow primer to prime my eyes. I'm now going to use the shade Intense, and I'm going to deepen up my crease. And finally, I'm going to take the shade Heartbeat and just deepen up the outer V. So now that we've done all of that crease work, I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is Turbo Wata Cukrowa. First, I'm gonna go in with my finger because I do like to apply metallics with my finger first. I do like to test these without a glitter glue first. So let's just... That color matches my base makeup perfectly. Oh my god, this could be a... Oh my god. I feel like with a glitter glue this would be even better because this one doesn't have too much of a base color to it. But it just looks like... It looks radiant. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? Are you actually fucking joking? I really like applying metallics with my finger. I know I could use a brush, but I like using a brush when I've either wet the brush or I'm using glitter glue. But fingers honestly are your best friend when it comes to applying makeup. You can use them in so many different ways. I think the Love palette does have a shade similar called Giving, but it's not nearly as beautiful as this one. And I think for my inner corners, I'm gonna take the shade Poswiata. I'm just gonna take that shade and plop it on the inner corner and also a little bit on the lid as well, just to blend it together. This is more of an iridescent shadow, so this one has less of a base color than that first color, but holy shit. And this shadow is a little bit more flaky and softer pressed. I feel like most of these shadows are a bit flakier, but I do love flaky type shadows. Like that formula is one of my favorites because the Divina Sugar Drops shadows are the exact same formula. And they're just, it provides even more sparkle. God, I feel really pretty in this makeup today. Oh my gosh, it's a great makeup day. This is the shade księżycowy. Oh my god, I'm saying that so fucking wrong. I'm so sorry, it's the shade Moon Dust. If you're Polish, please bully me in the comments with my pronunciations. This shadow is very fragile, but let's put that. Oh my god. I know that's a bit of a messy application, but holy shit, look at that. Look at... Yo. I feel like I'm really aggressive with my makeup at times, and I forget that some shadows are really fragile, but this one is very fragile, so do be careful. That's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just don't be a heathen like I am. I feel so sorry that I've disrespected this shadow because look how gorgeous that is. So real quick off camera, I'm going to do my mascara and my waterline, something a little bit in my brows, and I'll come back to talk about the prices and some comparisons. So that is a mix of Glam Shop and the Natasha Denona Love palette, and I feel absolutely gorgeous. My waterline, I am using a red eyeliner. This one's from Linda Hallberg. But yeah, I forgot to do my lips off camera, so I'm just real quick gonna use the Kaleidos lip gloss in the shade Dramatize. Because this matches the vibes of the look so well. Okay, now I feel fucking gorgeous. I feel absolutely beautiful today. I love when you do makeup and you just feel stunning. Like, that's how I feel right now. But anyways, glasses back on, let's talk about the prices first. So the Turbo Glow Pressed Pigments retail for 25 zloty. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, which in pounds, let's do a conversion. Obviously, I'm only going to be talking about it in pounds because I live in the UK and that's the currency that I use. So 25 zloty equals £4.89. £4.89? What? Wait, that's really fucking affordable for a single shadow that's this stunning. Are you kidding me? I'm actually shook. You're telling me that this magical shadow, this absolutely stunning shadow, retails for just under £5? Fuck me, man. And this shade right here, which is the Ultra Perla formula, retails for 20 zloty, which in pounds, that is £3.91. Now with Glam Shop, their prices do vary based on formula, but I mean, that's really fucking good. That's a really good price. I mean, guaranteed I didn't pay for these. These were a birthday gift, which I'm incredibly grateful for because why am I tearing up? Because these are so fucking gorgeous, and that price, I mean, bitch. I think that's cheaper than Divina. Is that cheaper than Divina? Hang on. Let me research. Okay, so Divina shadows, the special sparkly ones, they retail for $8 US, which is £5.82, which is very slightly more expensive. These ones are cheaper. Let me look at Bernovich. I want to do all my research and like compare for y'all and give you guys like the best price. So Bernovich retails for $6.50. I mean, it's technically $6.49, but I'm rounding up, which is £4.72. So Bernovich's sparkle shadows are slightly cheaper than the turbo pigments. Obviously I cannot comment on shipping and that sort of thing, so I do apologize, but I will definitely be placing a Glam Shop order eventually. Not anytime soon because I've got a lot of new makeup recently, but I can easily see myself buying more of these because holy shit. Now let me look at all their other shadows. They do have matte shadows, sparkly shadows, like metallic shadows, and that sort of thing. Before I get ahead of myself and like wrap up my final thoughts, let me show you guys some comparisons. So the top row right here are Glam Shop, the bottom row are 2 Bernovich and 1 Divina. As we can see, I clearly love this shadow a lot. I do apologize that my arm is going to be covered in sparklies, but this first shade is Zorza, I can't pronounce it, I'm so sorry. And then this is Bernovich Sparkle X21. So these shades are essentially dupes for each other. I feel like if you have one, you don't need the other, but I'm happy that I have both. I like the variety. But yes, if you are eyeing up a shade like this, just pick one or the other, you don't need both. Now, next comparison is the shade Laser. Let me go over that swatch a few times. I feel like some of these shades swatch better than others, but that's not a big deal to me. Okay, so I've built up that swatch a bit, but that right there is Laser, and we're gonna compare that with Bernovich X13. And that's Bernovich X13. We build that swatch up again. And again, those two are dupes for each other as well. I personally don't mind owning the dupes because I will get use out of both of them. But if you're a regular consumer that doesn't like create beauty content, you don't need both. I'll swatch it all the way over here because this one's a little bit stained. So that's Poswiata. Really gorgeous. And we're gonna swatch that next to a Denona shadow. And this is Yum Licks from Denona. Ooh, okay. You're not going to be able to see the shift on camera, maybe? I'm not too sure. But they are very similar again. So these are the only shades that I actually have dupes of. I do know that Bernovich and Glam Shop do have a few shades that overlap, and I highly recommend watching MartesMakeup video. I will link her video down below, and she compares, because I think she owns almost all of the Bernovich shadows. Does she? I'm not too sure, I could be lying, but she does a really good comparison video and goes really in depth and uses them one on each eye as well. I highly recommend her video. Now, if you were thinking of choosing Glam Shop or Bernovich, I'd say they're pretty interchangeable in my opinion. And again, their formulas are very, very, very similar to Denona shadows, Crayon shadows, and Kaleidos shadows. I feel like Kaleidos and Crayon have more of a base colour to them, at least most of their shadows. But obviously I've only tried a small selection from Bernovich and Glam Shop, so maybe that could be different. But if you were thinking one or the other, I'd say just go with the one that has better options for you and that's more accessible to you. I feel like if I personally had to recommend just one, I personally would recommend Glam Shop because they are slightly cheaper and they have a wider selection of colours. Bernovich's sparkle shadows, they only have about 24, I think. I think just 24. I think that's all they have. But Glam Shop has a shitload. Like, I'm looking on the website and there's a lot. And they also offer different formulas. Like Glam Shop has the turbo pigments, multi-chrome pigments, hollow pearls. They have hollow eyeshadows, which I really fucking want. I'm gonna buy a few next time. And they also have the ultra pearls and they have the metallics and the pearls. So they have a wider range of formulas. Bernovich, I believe, let me look on their website. I do apologize if I'm looking this way, I just want to reference the website. Bernovich's sparkle shadows are called the Sparkle shadows, and Bernovich also has the mono eyeshadow, which I believe are their matte shadows, and they do have their creative line as well, which are just standard metallics. So yeah, that's the comparison, my thoughts and opinions and all that good stuff. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know what you think of Glam Shop and your thoughts on their shadows, because I am in love. I am so in love. I love these shadows so much and I feel absolutely gorgeous in this look. I'm not too sure when this video is going to be up. It'll probably be like a bonus video in the week because I do upload twice a week, but I need to get this video out as soon as possible. Full details of this makeup look should already be on Instagram, which is Beauty by Skye right here. Do follow me on there if you want to see more makeup content from me. You can also follow me on my other social media. I run a makeup community Discord. The link to join will be down below, and my Twitter are both linked down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.